All right, everyone, number 6, show that there are two possible geometric sequences where the first term is 8 and the sum of the first 3 terms is 14. For the series with the positive common ratio, find, in terms of n, an expression for the sum of the first n terms. Okay, so we're going to use the series formula Sn equals u1 times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. We're going to plug in everything we know. When n is 3, Sn is 14, 8. We don't know what r is. That's what we need to find. So what I would do is I would multiply the denominator to the other side so that we have no fraction action. And I'm going to distribute the 14, and I'm going to distribute the 8. So I have 14 minus 14r equals 8 minus 8r cubed. Now, I'm going to move everything to the left side in ascending order. So positive 8r cubed minus 14r plus 6 equals 0. And since we have r to the cubed and we can't factor out an r, we need to do this in our calculator, in our graphic display calculator, and we are going to go to the polyroot finder, okay? So to do that, you go into apps, and you're going to click, well, mine, it depends on how many apps you have, but mine is number 3. You should really only have 3. You can have finance, catalog help, and poly simultaneous too. So for the IB exam, those are the only ones that you are allowed to have, but if you have more right now, that's okay. So we're going to go into poly simultaneous 2, and it says press any key to go. So you're going to press any key, and we're going to do number 1, which is the polyroot finder. And you need to click that the order number is 3. That means what's the highest exponent. So you're going to put the order number 3. And then do you see next on the screen? So you basically have to press the graph button to hit next. Now let's put in the A3 value, which is the coefficient of r to the cubed. And then A2 is the coefficient of r squared, which is 0. The coefficient of r is negative 14, and then the constant is 6. So you should have 8, 0, negative 14, 6. And then again, to press solve, you need to hit the graph button. And it says that basically you have 3 answers. So your first answer is that r could be negative 3/2. R could equal 1, but that doesn't make sense because the sequence would just be 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, so it can't be 1. And then, or r is 1/2. So we just showed that there's 2 possibilities. Perfect. Now it wants us to take the positive common ratio, and it wants us to make a sum of the first 8 terms. So let's do it over here. So if r is 1/2, then we can say Sn equals 8 times 1 minus 1/2 to the power of n all over 1 minus 1/2. And we're going to simplify that a little bit. So we have Sn equals 8 times 1 minus 1/2 to the power of n over 1/2. And I'm going to multiply 8, or divide. 8 divided by 1/2 is 16. So Sn equals 16 times 1 minus 1/2 to the power of n. And there we go. That's our final answer. Oh, but before we finish, actually, we should have double-checked that these 2 worked. So we would have 8. 8 times negative 3/2 would be negative 12. Times negative 3/2 would be 18. And then if we did the sum of those terms, so 8 plus negative 12 plus 18, the sum of those first three terms is 14, so that one works. And if r is 1/2, we would have 8. 8 times 1/2 is 4. 4 times 1/2 is 2. Let's check. 8 plus 2 is 4 plus, 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 4 is 14, so that works as well. All right, I hope that helps. Have a wonderful day, everyone.